This is 20th November, Saturday. New purchase. Found this on Craigslist on Tuesday and asked the man if he would hold it for me, and he was nice enough to do it. He had a bunch of calls. This is a 2020 John Deere MX-8 tow-behind mower. Retail on this thing, depends on the dealership, $8,000 to $8,300, and I got it for less than $7,000. It might have an hour or two use on it. There's some things I like about it. It's got a transport lock right there behind the cylinder. Let me put my hand on it. This is your transport lock. You fold this over, it locks the width of the deck up. Couplings on the outer gearboxes are chain type instead of what I saw in the bush hog being the rubber type. What I'm doing, even though this thing is basically brand new, I'm still going to check everything out. Get up underneath here. Stump jumpers are still painted green. The deck has hardly any grass buildup. The blades look brand new and still got green paint on the blades. So this thing might have 2 hours on it. I notice some of the front safety chains are missing the bottom link. Back safety chains are perfect. And man said he bought it, but it was too wide on some of the spots he needs to go to. I said, well, okay. Laminated tires on the back, still perfect condition. This thing ain't got no time on it. I like that the deck, you can lock it up. I can crawl up underneath there and damn near set up. So it's going to be really easy 20 years from now when I'm 80 or something, if I got to work on the blades or the seals. Now what I don't like, and it's a major one, this shaft is your sliding shaft. In order to grease that shaft, you've got to take the whole damn thing apart to separate it to grease your shaft. But that sucks. The front shaft is missing, I'll tell you why in a minute, is a solid shaft. Alright, so to hook this thing up to a tractor, you've got to pull back, compress this shaft, and while you're bent over the PTO shaft on the tractor, holding back on the coupling, you got one hand there, you got one hand over here, jerking this thing forward to get the front solid shaft to click onto your PTO. If there's a worse way to design a setup, I can't think of it. And John Deere did. So, man I bought it from says, Amos, I can't hardly get this thing to hook up. It takes 2 people, sometimes 3. And it's just crazy hard. I said, well, okay. He said, I think the front shaft is bound up. I said, all right. So you pretty sure it's 2-piece shaft? Oh yeah, it's 2-piece shaft on the front. I said, all right. So anyway, I tied the mower off to a tree, hooked the tractor with 5203 up to that shaft and jerked on it and broke that son of a gun slicker and snot. It's a 1-piece shaft. So now I gotta go to the shaft place and get a shaft built. $100, it ain't no big deal. But why John Deere came up with this idea to having the back shaft being the sliding shaft and the front shaft being a 1-piece shaft has got me thoroughly confused. So if anybody knows why, let me know, because I don't. So thankfully, it's, not growing season. I got nothing to bush hog. I bought this for next spring. Get back to an 8-foot instead of my little 6-foot over there. But my God, if there's a worse way to design a PTO shaft setup to hook onto a tractor, I can't figure out what it is. So kudos to John Deere for coming up with that genius plan. Anyway, that's all for this one. Thank you.